In this game, Tal's opponent is the great power Keres, and Keres, here as black, went queen f6, hitting this knight on f3, and Tal didn't bother to protect this knight, but added fuel to the fire with knight d5, just dropping this seemingly unprotected knight on f3. Keres took, queen takes f3, and Tal's idea, of course, was to go bishop d1, attacking this queen on f3, which has got no square to go to. So, the first question, how did black, Keres, save his queen here? Find a move against Tal. What did black play here? Knight h4, very well seen. Black saves his queen because white cannot capture on f3 now. After knight takes f3, check, black regains his queen, takes on d2 and is 2 pieces up. Knight h4, very well seen. Bishop d1 attacked the black queen on f3, and knight h4 saved it. Bishop f3 is of course out of the question, and lamentably, for white that is, lamentably, knight h4, he can't play rook e3, which would be a very strong move if it weren't for queen g2 mate. So rook e3 would now threaten to capture here this queen, really, but after queen g2 mate, the game is over. So, all in all, white must take. Knight h4 takes, queen h3, so black has saved his queen. Material is even here, and black has an active queen on h3, but there's the open g file, or should I say the half-open g file. On the other hand, black threatens to pick up this pawn on h4. And here Tal found an interesting way to add even more fuel to the fire. He had played knight d5 before, just sacrificing this knight on f3, temporarily. That is, how would you play here as white? Try to find a way to get access to the black king. Of course, you are white, you are Tal, attack the opponent's king. What would you play here? Knight f6. Excellent. This is what Tal did, and the idea, of course, is to play after pawn takes f6, the move queen to h6 with a very dangerous attack, but still Keres should have played that way, and we shall have a look at it now. Knight f6, Tal's continuation. And Keres declined the sacrifice. He played king h8, and after knight to e8, white had won an exchange and went on to win this game after a pretty long fight. Still 25 moves to go here, but white won in the end. Interesting, of course, was accepting the sacrifice. So after knight f6, what happens if black captures on f6 and white plays queen to h6? And it seems that this was possible. Of course, it's easy to say that with hindsight. At the board, over the board, I would not be so optimistic about black's chances here. White has a queen in front of the black king, so the black king can't escape, and white is threatening two things. He's threatening king h1, followed by rook g1 check, and also, of course, this rook shift, rook e3 to g3. But it seems that this was possible, and this was definitely what Keres should have played. Queen h6, and now one sample line is taking on d4, which prevents this rook shift to e3. King h1, and now black can go knight e5, rook g1 check, and now he can block the g file with bishop g4, not with a knight, by the way. If knight goes here, white can capture, and now realize this idea with rook g3, and also knight g6 is not good. Then white can sacrifice on g6, capture here, with a winning attack. King h8, queen here, and bishop b3, check, followed by rook g1. So, bishop g4, and now one possible outcome of the game would be rook g3 with a perpetual. Queen here, rook back, and queen back. But of course, if seeing that Tal is white in this position, this would be a most unlikely outcome of the game, a perpetual check here. So maybe objectively it's best, but I'm sure that Tal in this position would have tried to find a way to play on. It's still pretty messy, pretty complicated, but this is the way Keres should have defended. He should have taken the knight on f6. And what I liked about this game is that there was a strike, a counter-strike, and a counter-counter-strike, if you want. Knight d5 here, intending to trap the black queen on f3 with bishop d1. Now comes counter-strike, knight h4, protecting this queen. White captures, queen here, and now counter-counter-strike, knight f6 with a very dangerous attack after pawn takes, queen takes h6. So, yeah, that was it.